typical quality cover letter has at least 7 important sections. Cover letter starts with the From section, where you include your information as well as your contact information. For example, in my case, I'm looking at the cover letter from Anita Patel, and Anita lists her address, followed by the phone and followed by the email. All of these details are necessary so employer can contact Anita in case employer is interested to hire her. From section typically followed by the To section. In the To section of cover letter, you might consider listing the company, name of the hiring manager, the department where hiring manager works, as well as the address of the organization. In the typical professional cover letter, From and To section in professional cover letter typically followed by the date and RE section. RE stands for regarding. In Microsoft Word, you can either type the date as text or you can insert date as a formula. To do that, you navigate to the Insert tab and click Date and Time, and you would be able to insert date in a particular format as one of the formats selected here on the screen. If you choose Update Automatically, Microsoft Word will always show today's date in your cover letter. In RE block of the cover letter, you typically would like to specify why are you contacting hiring manager. This way, hiring manager knows what this letter is all about. The actual content of the cover letter starts with the introduction section. In the introductory section of the cover letter, Anita clearly specified why is she contacting Mrs. Anderson. She did this by writing very specific introduction. Dear Mrs. Anderson, I am writing to you in regards to the position in your technical support team that you have posted on your company's website. I worked with one of your current team members, Marissa Johnson, in the help desk department of Milwaukee School of Management for several years before taking a hiatus to raise my children. It is always a good idea to show how you came to know about this particular job opening, and this might be done in the relationship section of the cover letter. For example, Anita mentioned in her cover letter that I maintained contact with Marissa over the years, and when I mentioned I was returning to the workforce, she recommended I contact you about this position, as she felt that I would be an excellent fit for your organization. It is always a good idea to show that you have somebody on the inside of organization recommending you for the current position, because it gives manager additional confidence that you actually might be the right person for the organization. It is always a good idea to list your experiences in the cover letter, which could be followed by why you are a good fit for that particular opening. For example, Anita chose to list technologies she used as part of her previous job, as well as mentioning her experience working on the project, because it might have been relevant for that particular position. Anita wrote, "At Milwaukee School of Management, I worked closely with Marissa to help customers with Windows, Unix, and Microsoft Office issues, and we also worked on the projects to convert customer and HR data at our legacy billing system to handle an increase in sales volume the company was experiencing." Anita also chose to write about her awards and recognition, which is always a good idea to present this type of information in the cover letter. She wrote, "I got multiple awards from management on highest customer satisfaction based on the survey data, and for number of successful support cases I was able to effectively close in the months and a year during that busy transition period." Sometimes experience section and why you are a fit might be combined into one section, but Anita chose to use them as 2 separate sections. In her cover letter, Anita provided clear explanation why she believes she is a good fit for Milwaukee Accounting Corporation. Anita wrote in her cover letter, "I have successfully worked as a support center analyst to help customers with their technical issues and have experience working on the projects, helping project team to manage the deadlines and deliver on commitment. Even though I worked in a different environments, I am the most comfortable in the environment like that at your company. I feel that my experience would be an asset to MAC, Milwaukee Accounting Corporation, and I would appreciate the opportunity to meet with you regarding this open position." Typically, at the end of the cover letter, you might consider providing information how employer can contact you. Anita had very simple ending of the cover letter, but as she was revising it and trying to improve it, she added one additional statement. This is how final version looks like. Anita wrote, "Feel free to contact me anytime using my contact information listed above. Thank you for your time and consideration, and I look forward to hearing back from you. Regards, Anita Patel. There are multiple ways how you contact prospective employer with your information. The most traditional way is print and mail your cover letter and resume. You typically use text editor. In my case, I am using Microsoft Word to prepare your cover letter, and you can use the same editor to prepare your resume. Once you have the final version ready, you can navigate to File, Print section, from where you can print on one of the printers available. An alternative way of contacting employer might be to save files as PDF and emailing them to prospective employer. To do this in Microsoft Word, you navigate to the File, and one of the options in the Save As dialog box is Save the document as PDF. Once you have both documents saved as PDF, you can review them in Adobe Acrobat Reader or other applications that you might use to view PDF files. It might also be a good idea to ask one of your family members, friends, or co-workers to take a look at your resume and cover letter as well. After you validated both files, you might consider sending them as email. Typically, in the subject of your email, you might include information why you are contacting the employer. And in the body of the email, you might consider including short version of your cover letter, in addition to attaching both PDF files. Once you attach both files, you add a statement that is specific to email submission. Anita added, I include cover letter and a copy of my resume as attached PDF files, as I believe I'm an excellent fit for this position. To recap, we used the second way of sending employment information to prospective employers. We saved files as PDFs and email attachments to prospective employer with short note. In addition to this way, there is also an alternative way, which is more common nowadays in the electronic age, where everybody sends everything via email. In the third way, we will be sending resume as attachment by attaching PDF file to the email message. And we will embed cover letter into the email message instead of sending cover letter as PDF file. To make it easy, we can have email client and Word editor side by side in one screen. And we can even hide some of the sections in Outlook to allow for more space. Typically, when you're contacting somebody by email, you do not need to include all the sections. In the subject of the email, you might consider adding information that you usually put in RE section of the letter. To information is represented by the email of the person you're contacting. An email already has a date-time stamp, so date and time information is unnecessary. The only thing you might need to add into your email submission is the text of the cover letter, and you can copy it and paste it directly into the email. Because we're only attaching a copy of the resume now, you might want to consider customizing your communication by adding some additional statements about it. In case of Anita, she added, I attach a copy of my resume for your review, as this fits very well and flows very smoothly with the rest of the information. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Skills that you learn here will be helpful for you now and also in the future. You also get opportunity to help other people by answering their questions and helping them solve their challenges. If you like the content, please give this video a big thumbs up. This tells us that you need more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.